We're on.
Hello, everybody. This is Hunter Pascal. This is Transactional Tuesday, correct? Do I got my days right? Are we on? Yes. We are on live. Hello there. Hello there. Do I have a special guest for you? We didn't get to announce my good friend on today as much as I like to because he's so busy. And we had our timelines kind of confused about some other times to be on. And we finally got together and I finally got him on here. I love this guy so much. He's my, I can't say, I got to say, when you meet somebody and for the first time and you connect, when you meet them and you see them and you hear them, what they're doing and teaching and you're a teacher and you're seeing somebody else teach, you say, man, I want to be like him. I want to be that guy. I want people to respond the way he responds, and people respond to him. And all the things that I've gotten and trained and learned from this gentleman. His name is Saul Serna, and he is a good friend of mine. I've known him for a decade, only a decade. But I can tell you what, we have had so much fun together. We've learned together. We've trained together. We've taught together. And he's come to my events in Orlando. He's from Chicago. Not Chicago. He's from Rockford, Illinois. I'll get it right. He's from Rockford, Illinois, which is close to Chicago. When I'm there, it's like I'm in Chicago, but it's right. I don't know. I played golf there. Debbie and I played golf there a few times. We went to an event, and I think we snuck out. It wasn't Saul's event, but it was an event that was being held there. We wouldn't have snuck out on Saul. But Debbie and I were there just to give a testimonial to one of my other mentors, and I'm not going to bring the name up today, but it was just that's when I really met Saul and learned a lot about Saul, Debbie and I. And Saul, how are you doing today?
I am doing fantastic. I am so glad to be here with you, Hunter. Same thing. Lots of respect and admiration for you and for Debbie and what you do and your energy and your passion. And especially I think you are the type of person that when you can see that you can help someone make a difference in their lives, you go 100% on it. So I learned so much from you as well, and I admire you tremendously for what you do.
And I wanted to have Saul on. I'm doing a series of all my mentors, all my coaches, from day one, from when I got into the business. And next week we got another one, a coach at actually my first coach in person, and it's going to be on this coming Friday actually at 3:00. So don't forget that. So. Usually on Transactional Tuesday, we talk about deals and procedures and stuff like that. But I really, really wanted Saul on here because I know he's got a lot of good information. He's doing a lot out there in the world. This guy is genuine as he can be, and helping kids and children. We're going to talk about that on here. And so we got a good solid hour. Hope you got an hour, Saul, to spare.
Yeah,
and,
of course I do. Yes.
And I just want to dive into some of the things. He owned the largest Century 21 at one time in Rockford, Illinois. So that's kind of when I met Saul through the real estate industry. Saul was running helping a new franchise, which is Next Stage Realty, the brand Next Stage, and he was called on to help and promote and market and teach. And that's where I met Saul through that process. And I ended up buying a franchise probably because of Saul, not anybody else there, because nobody else I couldn't connect with. They all wanted different things, but Saul got down to the part about being branding and teaching and loving people and caring about people and helping people and all that. So that's where I connected with Saul, because that's who he is and what he does. And so coming from a leader, a broker, actually, I want you to tell them a little bit about your history, Saul, just to get them up to speed of, from where you're from, your country, what happened, why you're here, and what you're doing. Your stories are just magnificent. And then we're going to get into later on about what he's doing today, his books, the things that he's done for the younger generation and older generation. I'm old, so he's still young. And so Saul, tell us a little bit about how you came to the USA. That story, I love your story. I could hear it over and over again. And just and if you're on here, And I hope you're here. I hope you stayed the whole show. I mean, because you're going to get a lot out of us today. And he's just fabulous speaker and teacher and mentor. So let's hear a little bit about how you came to the USA. Was it by plane, boat, train?
Yeah, yes, by love and desire. Yeah, thank you, Hunter. Yeah, since I was very little, I always wanted to be in the United States. I was born in Colombia, uh, great family, all entrepreneurs, and I always wanted to be here in the United States. So I came here when I was 17 as an exchange student, and I went to Rockford, Illinois, here where I am. I went to did my high school year here, graduated, and then I remember I said to my mother, I want to stay in the United States. I don't want to go back. And she says, well, you need to get an education. So she came to the United States. Like I tell people, no, she made me an offer I couldn't refuse, Just go back to Colombia, get your education first, and then come back if you want to do whatever, but just make sure you get your education. So I said, no, I just want to stay. But I went back to Colombia. I got my degree in business administration and economics. And as soon as the classes were over on that Thursday, on Friday, I packed my stuff, and on Saturday I was on a plane to the United States. So I came to Rockford, and I stayed with my good friend Brian, which is my brother, because I was an exchange student. So that family adopted me, and to date, he's my mom and brother and sisters, and it's a great family. I love how giving all these people here in the United States and the opportunity. So I came. I had just graduated from the university or finished my classes. I did my thesis here in the United States, and it was very hard to start. So I started in a restaurant. That's the only job I could find, even if I have masters or if I had different languages. So I enjoyed it tremendously, Hunter, because I work in a restaurant, mopping floors and washing dishes and stuff. So I got to know the culture from the inside out. I got to know. So one of my great friends, Dimitri Bell, a great guy, he was a cook, and we became very good friends. And then other people in the restaurant, and then I got promoted, to cook, and then to server, and then to cashier, and then assistant manager, then manager. And one day, I was working in the restaurant, and a real estate broker from Century 21 came and asked me if I would help a family, the Dorado family, Susana and Armando Dorado, if I would help him because they wanted to buy a house. He didn't have anybody who spoke Spanish. They didn't speak any English. So I said, sure. I translated for him, and I showed him the property with him. I was just translating, and I fell in love with that. And then George Pop was his name. He says, hey, you should get a license. You seem pretty good at this. And I was so honored, because after 5 years working in restaurants, I have my manager. My dream came true. I'm going to be a business. I'm going to have a business, real estate. Little did I know that they ask that to every person they see, you'll be good at real estate, get a license. But to me, that was like somebody wants me to, wow. So I did. I put my 5-week notice in the restaurant. I took my 5-week course. It was very difficult because there were some words, Hunter, that I had no idea what they meant. I had to get a dictionary and the real estate book, and I'm like, my God. But I study, I pass, and I start working. Wasn't easy at the beginning because my English hopefully now is better than it was 25 years ago.
Perfect.
But 25 years ago, when I recorded my first voicemail message and I put playback, I couldn't understand myself. So it was really tough. So I could not communicate that easy with people in English. So I started looking for all the Hispanic people that needed homes. And I start at that time, cutting and pasting little pictures of houses and writing in Spanish, everything. Did a little magazine, then a radio show, and the rest is history.
Wow.
The first year I was privileged, I think, to help. I helped 84 people in the first year buy or sell their homes, and then every year after about 100 people. So that for the first 7 years. So I became then I was chosen as the.
Let me stop you there. You just said a lot right there.
Oh.
No language, no English, not as his first language. Had to get a dictionary to study the real estate text to do in 5 weeks. They didn't have it online like they do today, right?
No, you have the big books, yeah.
You got big books, you got, don't know the language, you get a dictionary out, you got to understand a dictionary, get through that. Never was trained, just said, hey, you'd be good at it.
Yeah.
And then got in and listen, what I heard, 84 homes sold first year. That is amazing. Now, listen to you guys on here. If you're on Facebook right now and you just heard this story, this is a testament to what you can do. It doesn't matter if you have the desire, the passion, and the champion that he talks about, being a champion. You can get these things done. You can make it happen. So if Saul can come from another country, come to this country, and you hear these stories, but this story, I mean, from mopping the floors in a restaurant to a manager with a short period of time to being, and then going into the real estate business, because that was going to be one of my questions. What got you into the real estate business? I forgot about that part.
Yeah.
That you were serving somebody, said, hey, you'd be good at it. And that's a tip for people out there who want to recruit people, right? Isn't that I mean, you're a broker and all now, right? You've gone all the way up to licensing, through the licensing. So recruiting, I mean, right there is a good way to recruit people. And it's not something new, but it's just, that's what we do. And we see people in a restaurant or somewhere you like, it's people to people business.
You got it.
That's what you talk about. So you went on the first year, 84, 100 homes every year after that for a few years.
Yeah. And then after a while, you know, I was doing very well and had a team, and I focused on servicing the Hispanic market. I was an underserved market at that time. So I wrote a book. My first book was Got Latin, about, at that time, there was a market in Australia called Got Milk.
Yeah.
And so I bought the trademark, the Got Latin trademark, and I wrote a book. And basically it was a book about creating a system to attract and serve the Hispanic market. And it went spectacular within the real estate industry. We were able to create groups of people. I was invited, I retired then from actively listing and selling properties, because at that time, I have my coach, which is very important also, Hunter. If you want to grow in this business, you have to have a coach. You have to have mentors, and you have to be willing to be humble and listen, because every single day in this business is a first day. So my thing is, if you can take your knowledge and your experience, but combine it with the being humble, that this is your first day, imagine what you can do every day, because that passion and that desire that you have the first day, if you combine it with the experience you have, you're unstoppable. So it's amazing. So with that, I was able to create these systems, a one-stop shop. Basically, every real estate office will have alliances, marketing agreements with a mortgage company, a title company, an insurance company, English as a second language classes, colleges, and with that, you combine an employment agency. So I had a system in which somebody will walk in and we can help them with their house, their insurance, their mortgage, their English classes, or if they wanted to send money to their countries, and then we'll help them with a house and we'll do their taxes. So it was a one-stop shop, and that grew tremendously. That's what the Got Latin book was all about, how to create a system to service people, not to sell them something, but to really educate them and provide everything that they need around the house. The simplest thing is, I like the house, I buy the house. But what about your taxes? What about your insurance? What about your, if you're gonna use it as an investment, do you know how to depreciate that asset? Can you use that equity to buy another one? So I created a system to help them build wealth by being a homeowner, because like me, that didn't speak English, I didn't know I can own a house in the United States. But once I find that out, oh my God, like this building where I'm here right now, you know, I bought this building a few years ago. It's a beautiful 20,000 square feet building, lots of offices. I run my business from here. And my business partners here are all Latin American investors. So it's a beautiful thing. So I did that. I
hate to keep interrupting. Can we get the book, or is it Got Latin still available? Is it still being published?
Got Latin is still available. You just go to my website, saulserna.com. Okay. Go Got Latin. And by the way, that book is in English because the other books are in Spanish.
So I don't have to learn Spanish.
Yeah, if people want to get Latin, I'll send you a copy, Hunter. They can contact you. They can contact me. They can purchase it or
No,
they can download it.
They can contact you.
Yeah,
That's what
they
it's
can
about.
download it. But that book made a big difference because then General Motors called me, coaching on how to attract the Hispanic market. So I coach the General Motors Corporation and dealers, and we made millions and they sold a lot of cars. But not only that, they help people get careers. And the trick was that they can attract the person. I would coach them. They become great salespeople in General Motors. And when they save enough money for a down payment, the dealer will match that down payment so they can buy a house. So my issue wasn't about selling cars, it was about they can own their own home by having a job in GM. Then Univision, the marketing company, media company, hired me as a coach too. So now GM, Univision, Wells Fargo, Prudential, all those companies said, hey, this guy has something about the Hispanic market. So I'm very proud that when I was with Century 21, then I became the senior vice president of the corporation, in charge of the Hispanic market worldwide. And we were able to recruit and organize 9,200 people in 2 years
Wow.
to develop careers in real estate.
That is amazing.
To the date, I have a lot of friends. I still have friends that got their job in General Motors selling a car. I still talk to Daniel. I still talk to Alejandro. He's a writer. He's a teacher now in Dominican Republic. I still talk to the people that got their license in real estate and are friends. So like you, Hunter, I think what we do is we change lives by teaching them how to build wealth. But I think wealth, if I may, wealth is not money. Wealth is a state of mind. Wealth is what you think about what you have and how you value it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, money is a different stuff. You can have that in your checking account. You can have that in your properties. But I feel really wealthy because I have all these people that I was able to help and that I make a phone call like you. If you go to Spain and make a phone call and somebody, hey, come on here, that's wealth. You can have a lot of money and nobody wants you in their house.
Yeah.
That's really sad, you know?
Yeah, I actually had a call today. I did a little call with a young lady from California where I'm coaching her. She contacted me through one of our affiliates, and she said to me, she goes, you know, you're kind of rough around the edges. And I said, really? She goes, yeah. She goes, yesterday or Friday, she called me late. I said, well, you called me Friday. I'm getting my minnows to go fishing. So you're in a kind of, so she put me in my place. She humbled me, and it was good. It was a good learning for me today. And because when she said it, this lady doesn't know me, right? So when she told me that, I'm thinking, wow. You know, she goes, has anybody ever told you that? I said, well, people tell me I'm a little rough around the edges, but I says I'm really focused, and I want to get to the bottom. I want to get to the subject. I don't want to beat around the bush per se, you know? Yeah. So maybe that's rubbed off on me to push harder, and maybe I pushed too hard and people reject it. So like you're saying, if you got a lot of money, people don't want you in their house. You know, it ain't about your money. It's about who you are. It's the person that you are.
I think it's the definition. You know, a lot of people are in this business owning real estate because they want to get rich, but it's a big difference between getting rich and being wealthy. I'd rather go for be wealthy than be rich.
Yeah.
Last year I had a lot of issues with my health, changed my life and all this stuff. And I realized, I think when you realize the value of what you have and you use it and you share it, then you're wealthy.
Yeah.
But people that are focusing on what they're going to get, how they're going to get it, and they're focused on everything that they lack, they can have money, but they're really poor.
Yeah.
At the end. So I think this business is the greatest business in the world, as I always said, but it's probably also the worst job you can ever have. Because if you are not actively looking for somebody who wants to invest, somebody who wants to buy, somebody who wants to sell, well, that day you're just unemployed.
Yeah.
But if you don't do it, it's because you don't have the passion to serve people. I think when people get into this business, from my end and how I coach people, for the passion to serve others and guide them with strategies. I focus, as you know, I coach investors. I coach foreign investors on how to invest in the United States. And I coach local investors too, of course, any investor. But I coach them, which is a big difference. They say, oh, you have a great real estate company. I say, no, I have a coaching company that focuses on real estate. That's a big difference. Because I think people need to invest in the most precious asset, which is your knowledge, before they buy a house. They need to invest in themselves before they purchase a property, before they invest in real estate. They have to know the cycle of the investment. They have to know the 18 steps before they make any investments on a business plan. If they don't know those things, just looking at a return on investment sheet, or just looking at a flip is not enough. You just bought a property and you got lucky. But really, if you invest in knowledge, if you take some classes, if you hang around with groups like you put together, you invest in you, the most valuable asset. The 6 inches of real estate are the most precious that ever exist. So until you invest in that and you know what it's all about and how it's built, then go ahead and buy some other real estate.
Yeah.
So that's what I do. I coach people. I teach them how to invest wisely so they can live passionately. And if you invest intelligently, if you actually do your homework before you buy, you can have a great quality of life. Sometimes people buy a problem because they don't spend time studying what they invest. I have invested in businesses, as you know, we work together in some, that maybe if I done some more research or something, it will be different stories. But I'm grateful because I got to know you and I got to know a lot of people in there. So I know what I have right now, the knowledge, the passion, the skill like you, and I help people just use that with techniques, with numbers. In fact, Connor, next July 22nd, you see it on my page, July 22nd, I'm starting the next class. It's a 12-week course, and it's in Spanish. I do it in English and in Spanish, but this one is in Spanish.
Good.
July 22nd, it's 12 weeks. And basically what I teach people is how to love investing, how to become an investor, but an intelligent investor. And I coach them for 12 weeks on the DNA of an investor, on the 4 laws of nature before you invest, on the 18 steps of a plan. We share with them properties, and then they can say, I want to buy this property. No, you can't. What do you mean you can't? Until you analyze, until you give me the good, the bad, the nice, the ugly, and a report, then you can buy it. Before that, you won't buy it. I have the money. Well, good for you. But you're buying a mistake. You're buying a problem. And by the way, you are in Colombia, you are in Spain, you are in Mexico, and you're going to buy something in the United States. We will manage it for you. That means we manage it for you. It doesn't mean we make a decision if it's good or bad. You make that decision. And if you got something bad, we're going to manage something bad.
Right.
If you buy something good, we're going to manage something good. So that's what we do. We'll teach them, but it has to be with passion. It has to be with care. And you're doing that, Honor, also. Just teaching people how to think before they buy.
Right. Buy right.
Important.
Learn to locate. Learn to talk to people. Learn to do the people-to-people business like you talk about.
Mhm.
Most important person that you know is the guy mopping the floor, right? That's a Saul F Serna.
Hey, you never know.
That's the mentality.
Yeah.
Is it's people to people, because you'll never know who you're talking to. If that person is a millionaire or poor as heck, it doesn't matter. But he is the richest person because he's happy, and it doesn't matter. My wife and I were talking about that the other day, about, being happy or being rich or being poor. Yes, it's better with money. Yes, things go better with money. But the thing is, if you don't have people to share it with, if you don't have people to do with or go with, or
Right.
you're not rich. You're secluded, and seclusion is not a good place to be. So
Well, I think you find that I think wealth and happiness are connected. If wealth is a state of mind that you feel that you value what you have, then you value the relationships you have and the people that make you who you are and that you're making a difference to. I have my friend Sam Puiti from Kenya. I think you have seen the videos and stuff of my foundation in Kenya, how we help children with the GSB program. And letters today I got one investor, Gabriel, one of the investors. This morning he sent me a text, a WhatsApp, a picture. And the picture that he sent me, he is a very powerful man. He has a big company in Colombia. He invests, he does have great investments here in the United States. We're good friends. I help, and he's just a beautiful person. But this morning, my wake-up call with a text, instead of, hey, how is my property, what's going on, is something like this: a picture of their kids reading the GSB book about character building.
Oh, wow.
I say, hey, good morning, Gabriel, how are you? Because he understands wealth. He can make a lot of money, but if he doesn't take these 10, 15 minutes to read to his kids, to talk about, especially today, Hunter, to talk about the situation today,
Gosh,
to talk about values, to talk about respect, to talk about patience, to talk about compassion, the values that I teach in my coaching program for children. So I said, so what's the point of buying 2 more buildings? What's the point of making another million if you don't have 10, 15 minutes to talk to your kids about this type of values? That's wealth. So when you meet a person like that can have money or not, that person has wealth.
Mhm.
And that person has certain energy that makes you feel like what you're doing is worth it, because this is not an easy business.
No,
This is not an easy business at all.
no.
It's a great business, but it's not an easy business. It's a
Right.
very simple way to do it. But you're to your point, Hunter. I think we do the same thing, coaching people. You can take a good person and make him a great investor, but you cannot take a bad person and make him a good person.
Right.
So,
Right.
so we do that, and it's a good business.
Yeah, you do, and I've seen it firsthand. I've seen you change lives and children's. I mean, I know by what the book, because I've read the book. I've looked at Just Be.
Yes.
We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Okay.
Beautiful book. I mean, it's just amazing, and all you hear can definitely, if you have children, is something very, very values that it presents, and you can and in the readings it says the philosophies, the things that it does, it inspires and let them know what's the values are, and just be. And it's just, that's what it is. It's
That's what it
perfect
is,
name.
Hunter. It's Just Be. In fact, if you want, if people go to my site, to saulserna.com, where it says foundation, they can click in it and they can download it for free. It's totally free, because it's a gift. I decided to give the program to anybody, any family. They can download the book, they can download the children's diary, they can download the parents' guide, the games in English or in Spanish, and I'll trade you. I don't charge you a commission as long as you read with your children. For me, that's a gain, because we all gain. We have better citizens. But yeah, they can download it for free.
So what we're gonna do after this call, we're gonna put that up. We have Saul's information, and we're gonna make it available for you guys. I know we didn't announce Saul coming on. Like I say, we didn't give you time to look and
Surprise.
see who Saul was. But this is over, Saul, here's what we do. We take your information that we've learned. Michelle's watching this call right now. As we're doing this presentation, she's writing down the important information that's going to be posted back up, because we'll pull the video down. We'll put it back up with text and the information about how to contact you, how to contact for this free book, these free manuals. That's not even why I didn't bring Saul on for this. I brought Saul on because I know he's a great person. He really inspired me, changed my life. I mean, in the process of getting a franchise, a real estate brokerage per se, and never knowing how. I mean, I've dealt with a lot of real estate agents in the past, because all the deals that we've done, we always have to, not always sold through real estate agents, but we always were involved somewhere. And it seemed like I was always coaching or trying to get the other person on the other side, the realtor, to get through the process, to get through the deal. But when I met Saul, it clicked. It made total sense of what was going on. And we had over 90 agents in less than 90 days registered with my company when Saul came and helped me the process, understand the process, and then the coaching that we did afterwards. So there's a lot of great information that Saul has, and I wanted him to come on and talk about I forgot about the Got Latin. I mean, I remember that was I went to an event in Orlando where you came and shared and spoke on Got Latin in front of a big group, and it was just amazing. And all the people, the one-stop shop in Rockledge, that's kind of what we try to formulate. Hey, we're one-stop shop for a homeowner to do the processes, and that's what you do. And you create these. It's not something that's handed to you. You create it. You get creative, and you're helping. And the more you serve, like you say, the more you serve people and do it with a servant heart, not a money heart, that's what comes in play. So that, and then it follows you. I told that young lady that in California, she told me, that she's that way. She goes, I just want to help this 82-year-old man in Davie, Florida, which might be a deal, Davie, Florida, to get rid of this home with somebody that knows what they're doing, because she didn't know how to put the deal together like I do.
Yeah.
So I'm serving her, she's serving him. So it's a circle. It's a circle of life, right? What you do.
Yeah, and everything has cause and a consequence for what you do. You know, it's everything what goes around comes around. So we learn lessons through our lives, and we meet people. And at the end of the day, everybody has a good part. Everybody has a challenging part. You just have to know how to navigate. But serving people, I think, is the thing. So if you talk about recruiting before, I think people that are in the service industry are great real estate professionals because they know how to serve people. Now you just give them a product and a license, and you can make very good money. You know, with teachers, nurses, it's great professions that understand service and become great real estate professionals.
All right, Saul, tell me what makes a great agent. What makes a good agent? What makes an agent become $1 million producer or one that's not doing anything? What is the difference? What is the difference?
Okay, I think when an agent treats this profession as a real job and has a schedule, number one, time management is the most important thing in this business because timing is everything in this business. So you have to have a routine. You have to have a routine on when you're going to generate leads, how you're going to service those leads, what type of presentations you're going to make, and you have to know your numbers. It's a numbers game. You have to know that it takes so many contacts to so many leads, to so many appointments, to so many deals. And you have to know your numbers. So you have to have a schedule. And a successful agent will have to invest the first 18 months learning the habit of discipline, because being a self-employed or an independent contractor, I can do whatever you want. Look at it, if you don't have any appointments in the afternoon, it's because you didn't prospect in the morning. That day you're unemployed. So first habit for a successful agent is to have time management, treat it like a business. You got to get up, you got to shave, you got to comb your hair, you got to dress up, t-shirt, shorts, whatever it is, but you have to be ready to meet someone who's going to buy $1 million house. If you look at yourself in the mirror and you're not that person, you're not going to make $1 million, period. Then you have to know your numbers, and you have to take that, I call it business vitamin. In the book that I wrote, this one back here, the prosperity formula, there are 12 vitamins. I call it business vitamins. And the first business vitamin, B1, is to be prepared. You have to be prepared. You have to practice your scripts. If you're not willing to practice today, because social media, no, you have to have a script. Maybe you have to really learn how to do a sales funnel now instead of prospecting and calling people back. But you have to be prepared to succeed. And for that, you have to have a schedule where you practice. So if you want to become $1 million agent, you have to practice being $1 million agent. And if you want your scripts to be perfect, you have to practice perfection. So you have to be so solid on your practice time that my schedule for $1 million agent is the first 2 hours are nothing more than practicing winning. You have to be online, Facebook, on Instagram, reading, 2 hours of charging. I call it the prosperity formula. The 4 letters in Spanish are A-M-A-R. Those are the 4 letters of the prosperity formula, A-M-A-R. And the letter A in Spanish is for alimentación, nutrition, alimentation. What are you feeding yourself, your mind, your heart with? Am I surrounding myself with great people, with people that have knowledge, or am I surrounding myself with people that are complaining about everything that is not happening because somebody did something? What type of food am I eating? Am I eating for energy, or am I having a big piece of a steak with a lot of potatoes and 2 beers before I go to my appointment or before I prospect? Of course, you're not going to have the energy to prospect because you're doing digestion. So the letter A is your alimentation, your nutrition, what you're feeding yourself. The letter M is for meditation. You need to meditate. You need to take 10 minutes a day in silence to be grateful for what you have, to create wealth within you. So as an agent, I take my water in the morning, do my exercise, meditate for 10 minutes, and visualize. You got it?
Got it. Keep going. This is my Latino ladies who are working for me.
All right.
Back. Say hello, Saul.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Qué tal?
Oh, let me cut it up.
Bien, gracias.
Let me cut it up.
I hear, she says bien y tú. Qué gusto verte. Nice connection. Technology is amazing.
Yeah, technology is amazing.
Qué bueno conectarse. So anyway, so you get up in the morning, you exercise, you feed. I think people don't talk about a millionaire agent. You have to meditate and you have to take 10 minutes in silence every day. Just 10 minutes in silence every day to reconnect and to visualize. You have to have your vision board. And as you're in silence, you look at everything that is possible. So you recreate the attitude of the first day. So after that, you can combine it with the experience of today. And that makes you a million or multi-million dollar agent. So A, alimentation, M, meditation. The next letter A is action. You got to take action, but you cannot take action before you have thought about it and before you are ready for it.
Energized.
So you have to, action is step number 3. And the last letter is R, results. What happens is that most people start with the letter R instead of the letter A. And that's a mistake. That's why there are many agents that don't make more than $20,000 a year, because they start with the letter R. I want a result, I want a result. Well, what did you feed your mind, your body, and your heart with? I don't have time. Did you take time to meditate? That's stupid. Did you take action? Yeah, I was so busy. Yeah, but you were not productive. You didn't do the AMA. You didn't love what you do. Therefore, you're not going to get the results of somebody who loves what they do. So the prosperity formula is 4 letters. AMAR, amar, to love what you do and do what you love. And you can make $1 million or 2 or 3. But even if you only make 200,000, you are the wealthiest agent. Because the richest agent making $1 million owes $1 million too.
Yeah. I got a little tool you gave me. I want to bring it. I just saw it. Hold on. I have a little tool.
The plan or the abacus?
I have a little tool right here.
I love it.
Yeah, I have a little tool right here.
Now look at the names are there. The FISBO, expire, just listed, just sold. All you have to do to make $1 million is move the little dots from one end to the other end every week.
Is this it? See, you thought I forget. Here it is, right here.
I prosper every day. I love it, Hunter. I love it. I prospect. And you know, because of my accent, I don't like prospect. Prospect is a bad word.
Yeah.
I think prosper is better. It's like I cannot pronounce prospect. I write prosper every day. Remember that? I want to prosper today. How are you gonna do that? Talk to 6 people today.
And mine, it's still clean. I can't get no agents to use it.
Oh man. Hey, you know, you may have to start. I may have to go there. You and I have to get on the phones and start moving those little dots.
I would love to do that. I would love to have you back on. I've got a few agents.
We'll go there, make a couple of calls, and just for fun, go do it.
Yeah, that would be so much fun. That would be so much
nice.
fun. I mean, it's so this is a tool. This, you know, this is not a joke.
I think that's the high. That's the today. That is what I call the highly digital prospecting tool. You just move your finger, one dot. You make one contact, you move one dot. You make one contact, you move one dot.
And it's so it's got on here. So you got PC.
Yeah, that's past customers. The first group you need to call is all the people that you know, your past customers.
And then you got the next one is SO. Is that?
Sphere of influence, SOI.
Oh, sphere of influence.
Sphere of influence. Then the next one you have is
FISBO.
FISBOs for sell by owners. You got to call them.
Then you got expires. EXP.
All the expires, you got to call them. Yeah. Just listed. JL is just listed. If a property just comes on the market, you got to call the people that just listed that property. Of course. A property goes on the market, Hunter. 123 Happy Road came on the market. You call everybody around it. Hey, do you know that your neighbor just listed the house? Have you thought about selling your house now that the market is hot? Have you thought about moving? So it's not prospecting, it's prospering because you're letting people know that Hunter's house came on the market.
That's awesome. I didn't. So then you got door K. That's
just sold. Then Hunter's house sells. Then you call the same people. Hey, did you know that Hunter's house sold? Oh, really? Yeah. And it sold for $346,000. And because the market adjusts, do you know how much your house is worth today? No. Hey, when can I stop by to talk to you about it?
Very good. Yeah, that's powerful. Just listed. So when I saw just listed, my mind, because I'm not an agent, you know, but I am an agent, but I'm not an agent. But my mind said just listed. Why would you call the just listed? You're not saying call the just listed. You're calling.
Oh, you call everybody. Look, the house is right here. I'm gonna call the 10 people here, the 10 people here, the 10 people here. Perfect. I want to be the first one that they hear that the house is on the market, because tonight when they come home, they're gonna see the sign, but they remember, hey, that crazy Colombian called me with an accent and told me the house is for sale. I'm gonna drive by and see it, and I start thinking about selling or buying.
And he uses the word prosper, not prospect.
Prosper. No, I don't prospect. I don't prospect. I refuse to prospect, but I love to prosper.
And then we had door knock, and then you had open house.
Yeah, I mean, if after all those first 7, you don't have 2, 3 contracts, then you're gonna have to door knock.
Okay.
And then you may have to do an open house. Open houses are great to meet people and stuff, but now with the pandemic and stuff, hey, you need to have a drone.
You gotta
need to
have
a virtual open house. Yeah, or virtual open houses. Just I think they're all good. My personal opinion, if I talk to everybody I know already, and the people they know, and the people who are wanting to sell their house by themselves, the only reason they're selling by themselves is because they haven't met me yet.
Very good. Very good.
But I have to believe that.
Yes.
If I don't believe that, they go, oh my God, they know too much. Would you please let me in? Oh, forget it. You don't have it. You need to go get a yo-yo or something.
So you have to have confidence, right?
You have to have belief. You have to love so much what you do and believe so much that you are the best person, that you can really help them before they can believe that you can.
Yeah.
So if you don't make that sale in the 10 minutes that you're in silence, telling yourself you're a great professional, you're a great agent, you have heart, you have lungs, you have passion, you have integrity, you have desire. If you cannot do that, don't go out there and fake it.
Yeah, because they're gonna know it. They're gonna know it.
But
so you don't believe in faking. You don't believe in faking it till you make it.
You fake it until you make it if you're doing it for the right reason, if you're learning. Okay. But if you fake it just to get something out of it, you cannot repeat it. Yeah. What a shame. And so I do believe that practice at a level that you want to perform.
That's right.
If you don't practice, you don't want to perform. If you practice at 50%, it's because you want to perform at 50%. So in reality, your performance is you in the mirror.
Yeah.
And if you cannot see yourself in that mirror, will I hire this person? Is this person faking it? Hunter, I went to some houses for sale by owners with a sign that says for sale, and I put it on the yard like that, stuck it on the yard, knock on the door. Hi, how are you? I'm here for the appointment. What is that sign doing there? Hey, I'm going to be here 20 minutes. If somebody drive by and they want to buy it, I want to sell it. Do you want to sell it? Yeah, well, come on in. Okay, let's go. Hey, the sign is already there. What is the worst thing that can happen? Take it out of my yard. Okay, I'll take it out of your yard. No problem. I did things like that because I believed so much that I could sell the house.
That sounds aggressive.
It is aggressive, but it's not insulting.
Right. So you're helping.
No, look I did it here and there. For example, I talked to people and I said, I'm going to be here 20 minutes. And at the end of the day, you can tell me, hey, this is not compatible, leave me alone. Or I may say, this is not something I can help you with. Or we may both agree that we're going to work together.
Right.
You decide. Okay, well, let's see what you have to say. Great. Hey, do you mind if I put a sign outside? Just in case somebody drives by, I want to test how the traffic is here. Oh, no, go ahead.
That's what they want.
Now, if they don't have a sign, of course. Now, I say those things because those are things that are extreme. So people go like, oh, I may do something in between. What is something in between? Hey, you don't have to go to the extreme that, oh, you're going to be put in jail because you invaded private property or something like that. No, I'm sharing with you that if you have so much passion and you believe so much in it, you got to go all the way in it.
And if you want to sell 100 houses a year, you might be this way.
Well, if I knew that I had to make 60 contacts every single day, Hunter, I had to have 7 appointments to list a house, 7 listing appointments, and 4 buyer appointments every week, 11 appointments every week. So I need to have 44 to 45 appointments a month to be able to convert 25% of that. And some people say that's a high conversion. Yes, it is a high conversion because I spend about 20 hours preparing. Remember, I have to learn how to do it in English. So I have to prepare even more. But because I believe in it, like with the investors now, Hunter, if I talk to you about investing in a property here, if you don't buy it, I'll buy it. But if you come and tell me, hey, you sounds too good, show me your stuff. Okay, come here and see my building, see my property management company. This is reality. Or you're really rich. No, I'm not. In fact, I don't have much money, but I have a lot of wealth.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what's important. So you do whatever you believe is best for you and for them. And that abacus, I challenge anybody, Hunter, we should create a challenge. Who can complete that in a week? We should create a challenge of who can make an abacus contact, a highly digital in 1 week and show us results. We should do a challenge, the abacus challenge.
I'll do that. I'll do that. I'll create that. We were talking about creating challenges for student partners in the short sale industry, but I have agents as well because I do own we took off the next stage. I got diversified realty now.
Oh, good.
So I do have a few agents that could use this. They come and listen and share and wonder why they don't have as many listings as they should.
But I think times have changed, Hunter, and I think what I talk about is people to people. Now with the digital age and with social media, again, I think people should take a couple hours a week to learn about social media to really, and if they don't want to make the physical contact, hey, what if I'm chatting with you like we did in FaceTime or through Facebook? Is that a contact? Of course it's a contact. Move one of the dots. So you have to combine deep desire with technology today. So if I make 10 contacts because of Facebook and Instagram, I'm going to count 10 because I made those contacts. It doesn't have to be talking face to face, but that it makes a difference. I think it makes a difference. I think you can do this like that. And in Facebook, it's kind of hard to type that, Hey, I raise my hands. I put my hands down. Doesn't work that way,
So are you doing any Zoom like we're doing Zoom today?
Yeah. Pretty much every day. I use Teams, and every Wednesday I have a coaching session for investors. So I have investors from Spain, from Mexico, from Colombia, from Venezuela, from the United States, and we talk about from the book, the prosperity formula. We'll talk about one session. So we do 12 weeks. It's 12 business vitamins. So we get recharged every week, and it's called the B12 is the name of the book. Because I took the complex B to use it as an antidote to remove the complexity of the business. So I have 12 business vitamins. I coach him on that. Let's say, for example, we take a property right now in Zoom, and I post the property. I post the spreadsheet, and let's analyze this property. Okay, the one that I'm just negotiated. It's worth about 230 or so in the market once it's done. We probably can get it for about 140. We're gonna put about 30 in it. It's fully rented right now. It give us about a 10% net return on investment. And in about 18 months, we flip it for 230.
That's good numbers.
But we'll give it to somebody, an investor that says, I just want to check. He doesn't want to fix, he doesn't want to put. So, okay, so we analyze that. Then we have a group, somebody from Mexico says, hey, what about this? Somebody from Colombia, this, somebody from the United States, somebody from Spain. And at the end of the day, if you're the one buying it, you got feedback from 5-6 different people that are in the same wave, and you can make a more intelligent decision before you purchase. And sometimes the property is right there. Last night at 7-8 o'clock at night, I said to an investor, are you ready to do it? I don't know, the numbers don't work. I close it. We're not doing this transaction, somebody else will do it. That likes those numbers. So that's pretty much what I use Zoom for, to communicate, but also to be able to post the property, the investment strategy, the plan. We'll record a lot of these calls like that so people have a reference to it. And
I want to introduce you to somebody.
okay.
This is my beautiful
Hey!
wife.
How are you? You look the same. You haven't changed a bit. My God. You're beautiful. How are you?
He does look the same. Awesome.
Yeah, my God, you guys are. See?
You're so inspiring. I'm so glad we got you on.
Yeah.
Yeah, real estate keeps you young. There you go.
Real estate keeps you young.
Look at you. Look at you and Debbie. My God.
Something's keeping us young, huh?
Yeah.
And we've been doing real estate for a long time, so I guess it's going that way.
It keeps you young, man. It keeps you young.
So if you're on this call and you're hearing Saul right now talk about these things, and if he's inspired you or influenced you or guided you or whatnot, I really would love to hear some feedback from about Saul, for Saul. Again, we've we've spent time. I've spent time. Debbie and I both have spent time in Rockford with him, and also spent time in Sunny Isles and down south with him in Florida. And we had a blast. And Saul's got a place in Florida and there. And like you just heard, what he does, he helps investors and real estate agents. Saul is such a inspiration to me today. Just listen to you again. It just gives me I already feel lighter. I mean, I've had a pretty rough morning and day, and I just feel so much lighter. I mean, you make people feel lighter, you make people feel happier and fun, and that's what it needs to be. It's not about, you know, the gloom and the drama. I mean, we're working in the most negative industry you can be in, and that's short sales, foreclosures, pre-foreclosures. So definitely is one of the worst controversial areas in real estate, I think. But we turned it into happy, and we had people come by today in our office. We had a long office meeting this morning, and just somebody come by and we helped out. They came by our office and they knew we had a 10 o'clock meeting on Tuesdays. Every Tuesday we have 10 o'clock meeting. They came by and brought us danishes and stuff. We know you're having your meeting. Thank you for taking care of our house for us. Thank you so much. And
Nice.
stuff like that, you know, that makes you rich. You know,
Yeah, exactly, Hunter. I think you know, to wrap this in a sense is, you know, if you are in real estate as a practitioner, you have to have the discipline of a CEO, and you have to have the desire of a new beginner, new learner, the passion of the first day with the knowledge of today. Combine those two things, and you have to know your numbers.
Yeah.
Otherwise, this is not. If you are in real estate as an investor, you got to invest in you first before you buy properties. If you're in real estate as a broker, you have to know that people are more important than products. And you have to have relationships with everyone in your team. Everyone in your team is your agent, your seller, your buyer. Everyone. Brokers that do not talk to clients because that's the agent's job may lose that connection. So I think real estate has to be for real people. That's what we preach here, Hunter. We have real estate for real investors with real properties, with real tenants, and with real results. But it's not for fake people.
No.
The numbers talk for themselves. We have learned, we have made money, we have lost money, we have met people, we have lost people. At the end of the day, I think if what we have learned has made us who we are today and we're here in this call, then this call is for wealthy people because we know what we have. And we have friends. Even if we don't talk for a while, we're still good friends. This is like we just talked yesterday, Hunter.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
So we have friends, we have love, we have knowledge, we have opportunities, we have more good people that want to prosper than people that want to damage things. Therefore, I think we have an opportunity today to just be the best we can be and to close our eyes for 10 minutes and feel wealthy, and to open our eyes and realize that we have these fingers and this heart and these eyes and this hair and these legs and all that, and friends and people that are willing to help, and just go for it. Go for it, strong, more than ever, believe, and do it. And real estate, if you're in the foreclosures and short sales and stuff, it can be tough, but it's a great opportunity. Look at you, you have to break that little rock and you find the diamond in there. You know, it's not just shining. But if you learn how to do that, you'll be able to recognize the rock before you recognize the diamond, and you'll succeed.
Do you have a copy of your book there handy with you anywhere? That one is, I can't see it.
Formula, the prosperity formula.
Okay, yeah.
This is how to prosper. The God Latin book, I have Yolanda.
You got Just Be behind you.
Oh,
And if she has it, bring out Just Be.
This is my masterpiece.
That is a masterpiece. We've given away so many
to
of
be a
those.
better me, and you flip it and it's in Spanish. Solo say. 12 lecciones, 12 lessons of character building. I think, Hunter, this is a children's book for adults.
Yeah.
It's all it is to it, you know. We complicate simplicity to justify everything that happened. But the reality is when you become a child and you believe and you are on time and you are, you know, it's a great book and you play with the stickers. It's a children's book for adults. Just be solo say. And this is for the entrepreneurs, the prosperity formula. By the end of the year, I'll probably put it in English. Right now it's in Spanish. It's a great book.
We'll probably get a few orders today because I have a few people on here that speak Latino.
I'll appreciate it, you know. And you know, the Gal Latin book is in English. I'll send you a link.
Yes.
The prosperity formula is in Spanish, and the Just Be is in both languages.
Send the links to us. I know we can go on your website. I want to send it so they don't have to go searching. I was searching for some information in English.
In the website you find the prosperity formula. There's videos. There's a lot of free stuff that they can download. Again, the children's program. If nothing else, for the people watching this, if you want something to make a huge difference in your life and be really wealthy, download the children's program and share it with a child. Take 10 minutes to read with somebody about being yourself and being the best you can be. And that will make you the best you can be. Yeah. And with that, you can take any business and make as much money as you want. It's free and it will make a big difference, especially today. I think we take 10 minutes to let people know that it's okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Just be yourself.
Yeah. So do you want to touch about the marketplace there? Or you have
sure. Marketplace, Rockford, Illinois, where I am right now, about 330,000 people. Amazon expanded their distribution center here. So they did UPS. So it's a lot of jobs here. Mercy Hospitals expanded. We have one of the largest Mercy Hospitals. So the medical care and jobs, distribution, logistics is huge in Rockford, and manufacturing. Amazon just announced 2 more plants that they're opening in the north of Chicago. The Rockford airport, the commercial airport, was reported as the largest, the fastest growing commercial airport in the world.
Wow.
Rockford, Illinois. So there is a lot of synergies happening in Rockford. Property wise, you can buy, you know, we were negotiating yesterday a four family unit, $100,000. Rents for about $415, $420 a piece, small, but that's $1,600 a month. At 100,000 purchase with about a 40% expense, you got about 11%, 12% net cash flow. So somebody's looking for cash flow for flipping. There are good opportunities. It's very competitive. Things don't last. If you price it right, they last maybe 2 hours on the market, 3 hours on the market. That's it. For investments, I think with all this happening and technology, and I think what we learned from this pandemic, working from home, if you can have a nice house here for 40%, 50% less than the suburbs, you probably will move here, work from here, because now you can work from home more, connect a lot easier. Travel becomes secondary, not primary for business. So I think Rockford is going to have an elevation of professional people that maybe for retirement or not, with the nice parks, with the great weather here. It's winter, of course, and summer, you have all the snow and all this stuff. But Rockford, Illinois, being just an hour from Chicago O'Hare, an hour from the Milwaukee airport, manufacturing at the highest, parks everywhere, and logistics and data centers.
Don't
I think it would be a good place to invest.
Don't forget the golf courses.
Oh yeah, they're like, I don't know how many, but there are a lot.
Professional ones.
Yeah, professional golf courses. So, you know, sometimes you don't know what you have because it's too close to you. So you look somewhere else to invest. The same with you. Your place is probably great things. People come here, it's like, wow, man, I didn't know this. When I bought this building, Hunter, I've been here 30 years. I did not know that the Alpine Park connected behind here, and it's gorgeous. So I'm negotiating to have an entrance to the park. So my building will have a park. I didn't know, because we're so busy looking everywhere else that sometimes right here, we don't.
In your own backyard. When I have a student that comes to me and I say, hey, where's this deal? They said, Longwood. Well, that's my backyard. How did you get it? And I didn't get it.
Yeah, in fact, in Longwood, I'm going to send you, a friend of mine is moving to Longwood. So with your permission, I'm going to send them your contact information.
Please do.
He's one of my business partners here. He's moving there. And I think real estate is his passion. He's a licensed real estate agent in Florida as well. But he's a great guy. So I'm going to connect you. He's from Colombia. And I think it will be a great relationship you guys will have. He's a real person. He's a very, very nice man.
This is like old times. You were sending me agents 10 years ago.
Yeah, that's right.
Gloria?
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, she's with another company now, but that's okay because she quit real estate to work with her family, her kids, raising
Yeah.
her children, her 2 children, and everybody's got that book from that era. So
Yeah, you know
Gloria,
what I like about this, Hunter, what we're talking here, and I know technology and all this stuff, but this is real estate for real people,
yeah,
real connections, real friendships by some respect, on hard work, and I think that's missing. And so I'm grateful that you invited me to this conversation because it make my day too. I am just have
I
a
mean,
big
it
smile on
has
my
been,
face. I'm so happy to see you and Debbie when she showed up.
yeah,
Oh, that's so nice. Very nice. So thank you again. But this is what it's all about: is relationships.
yeah, yeah. Well, Sal, I really appreciate your time. Got Latin, B12, the other book you just showed.
The
You
prosperity
guys want to
formula.
get
Yeah.
these books. You guys want to get hooked up with Saul if you can. If you're an investor, you're foreign, just tell them that I sent you or you saw us with Saul. I'd love to hear that because I'd like to know that I made a difference. You know, it's good to know that there's a lot of times we don't even know, and you know it, we don't even know we made a difference somewhere until later on, 10 years from now, like you said, teacher in another country now, Dominican Republic, you're friends with them. So you made a difference and you taught them and you helped them. Sometimes we really don't realize that and people forget about things. And I do these calls to help let people know the friends that I have in my life, the people that I have in my life, number one, and the people who have inspired me in my life, number two. And I want to share that inspiration with those. And I really, really, really appreciate you coming on today because you have really just reminded me of so many things that we forget sometimes because like you said, we're so busy and we forget the things that we need to really understand in life to be prosperous, to be happy, to be indulged and happy with ourselves and what we're doing. And Debbie and I both, Debbie had to come. Debbie came in, she's watching this too from another room in the office and you haven't seen our new office building yet either. So
No, I haven't.
yeah.
When I get back to Florida, I'll give you a call and I'll
Please
go up
do.
there. You come down here and we'll share some time. It's always so great to be next to your great energy, Hunter. Thank you for what you do. For real.
Thank you.
You know
Thank
that.
you, Saul. And those of you who want to get some information, we're going to have it reposted back up. Again, I really appreciate it. You might want to invest in one of these if you're an agent and you want to do
Hey,
this.
think of a challenge. Think of a challenge. Move the dots.
This is real. This is real stuff. This is not a game, right? This is real life experience right here. I don't care what world you're in, what digital world we're in, but that right there will make you physically think about it up here and make you take action and do it. Because we've done that. Sal's come down and trained on that device only and made a whole training out of it. So,
Yep.
Sal, I love you, man. I appreciate your
Love you
time
too, man.
again. And we'll see you soon, whether it's in Rockford or whether it's here, wherever it is. Have an awesome day, Sal.
You too. Thank
All
you
right.
very much, Hunter. I appreciate it. Thank you. Have a
Thank
great
you, my
day.
friend. Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye-bye.